I'll be doing a pastor's 2-minute-ish. Today we come to celebrate the life of Benjamin McKinney, a life that was and still is. I was proud to be his pastor, but I was more grateful to be his friend. And so what surprised me about Brother McKinney is that as an imposing figure as he appeared to be, he humbled himself to leadership and actually allowed me to be his pastor. He never tried to give me any advice on pastoring. However, instead he became a friend that would watch my back. And so Big Ben, he was courageous without being careless, and he was confident without being condescending, and he was wise without being wicked, and valiant without being vain, and friendly without being phony. And so Reverend McKinney was a true man of faith. He was also a man a man of conviction who believed in what he believed in. He said what he meant, and he meant what he said. I remember a time in an Episcopal meeting, I think they had an emphasis on counseling for the ministers and the spouses, and they happened to say something in the New Age kind of situation about minister's wife and pastoring. And so he said something totally different. He had a minority opinion on what they were saying, but he stood his ground because he was talking about his wife. He wasn't talking about political correctness. He wasn't talking about sociological accommodation. He was talking about this woman, and I kind of didn't understand it until I met this strong woman of Proverbs 31 that Reverend Williams talks about. And I found out that he was exactly right in what he was saying, because she humbled herself to his leadership. He didn't just get her by chance. She didn't come easy like that either. But once he had her, once that became her man, that was her man. Amen. And she served him well, and she was a very, very strong woman. I remember at his retirement, I thought I was going to try to help her get him into the car, into the thing. I went out there to try to help her get him in. He kind of had a little pain, and so the person put me out the way, and she just wrapped up, and she just said she might be a mild and meek woman, but they don't want to get her time wrong. She was really a very, very strong woman. And Brother Ben, he fought a real good fight, and he finished his course. He kept his faith. Now, he used to really surprise me, because I've been to the hospital and been out there with Sam. We looked at that thing, and I'm just saying, to me, he looked more dead than alive, and I wanted to have a lot of faith, but I couldn't have that kind of faith because he wasn't saying that he wasn't moving. And I was always shocked. I almost thought I saw an apparition that he would end up in church. I said, man, that's what that was. And he would do that over and over again. Now listen, there was a boy and his father that was sailing on the seas. And a great tempest arose in the sea, and the ship was tossed and turned, and it was battered by an angry sea. And so as the ship began to sink, the father saw a rock jutting from the deep cold of the water. And he placed his son on the rock, and soon the ship would come by. But the storm worsened, and there was no ship in sight. So something on the inside told the boy to plunge into the sea and end it all. But something still deeper inside said, no, you don't. Your father has never told you or led you wrong. Just keep standing on the rock, and your ship will come in. So even amidst the storms of life, Big Ben stayed on the solid rock. And the old ship of life, it finally came to take him home. Amen. And Sister Pearl, he would tell you today, if you could see me now, I'm walking the streets of gold. If you could could see me now, I'm singing in the angelic choir. If you could see me now, I'm standing tall and whole. If you could see me now, you know I've seen his face. If you could see me now, you wouldn't want me to ever leave this place. If you could see me now. So we didn't come to mourn the end of his life, but to celebrate a brand new beginning. But he's moved from the church militant to the church triumphant. From the land of the dying to the land of the living. So I say to you, Ben, live on, live on, live on. Amen.
Thank each of the presenters for the reflection of the Reverend Ben McKinney. Now we'll have a hymn of comfort, followed by the resolutions and acknowledgement from Sister Alva Oswald.